morning, friends. We are heading to the Goodwill bins. It has been raining for like 14, 16 hours straight, and there's always traffic going that way when it has been, but we know it, we're prepared for it, we've left early, and we'll get up there. We're gonna make it. We are gonna make it, by golly. So I'll see you guys there. Welcome to the jungle. Here we are, fellas. Let's go. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Found a few things already in the first bin. A couple of Polo Ralph Laureens. Remember, we're at the bin, so we're looking at $1.59 per pound. So definitely the cheapest place overall that I get stuff. A bamboo trader woman with bees. It's a large. But there are places where I can get stuff cheaper. My 25-cent stuff. At the other store. Ooh, Michelangelo. Nope, a dinosaur. Dang, I thought it was Michelangelo. He's my favorite. I don't know what that is. Got a big old pile right here. Let's see what we can find in here. Alright. This is really for new sellers. Veteran sellers should know this, but we'll just talk about sell-through rate for a minute. You guys have heard me say it a couple times, and you guys have seen me ignore it a couple times for certain items, because I am also a big believer. Sorry. I'm a big believer that if something sells a lot but has a bad sell-through rate just because there's so many of them, that all you have to do is be one of the lowest prices and it will sell quickly. I do that all the time, especially with the Polo Ralph Lauren stuff. We've sold 2 of those today. So people who don't know, sell-through rate is how many of an item sells. So let's say you go into your app on your phone, you go over to the right side and you hit the buttons and it pops down with, you can go down to, search something, and then it's going to give you how many there are. And then you can go click on your little thing on the top right, scroll down to sold, and it's going to give you how many have sold. So if there were, just to make this easy, if there were 100 listed and 50 sold, what is that? That's 50%. So you're going to have 50% sell-through rate. Now eBay calculates this every 90 days. So if something has a 25% sell-through rate, figuratively, that would sell, all those would sell through in 1 year. That's how I understand it. But people are going to continue to add to it. And it also is just an average. You have to really be careful, because certain things, say they're bathing suits. Say a bathing suit you're looking at has a sell-through rate of 75% and it's spring. Well, come winter, that bathing suit isn't going to have a 75% sell-through rate. You guys catch what I'm saying? So you have to take into consideration a lot of different things. Say it's lightweight golf polos. Like for me, those aren't selling right now. I'm still buying them, but I don't expect them to sell until near the end of winter or spring, because that's when people are going to start playing golf again. So the reason the sell-through rate is important is because if you look at something, there will be certain things you'll see, and it will say like 1,000 listed, 4 sold. Guys, you can't buy that. That ain't gonna sell. You get what I'm saying? But if you look at something that says like 30,000 listed and 2,000 sold, that's still not a good sell-through rate. But if you're able to get it so cheap that you can be one of the cheapest people, what that sell-through rate tells you is people, I don't even want to say what the sell-through rate tells you. What the numbers tell you is that, how many did I say? 2,000? 2,000 of those were sold. So all you have to do is have the best photos and have a really great price, and you'll be one of the 2,000. Now, that being said, I also do not recommend getting a bunch of things with lower sell-through rates if you're a new seller, because then you're just going to have a bunch of stuff that may sit there. So the reason I overlook some of those is because I am sourcing a pretty good bit. And I have, 2,000 items listed. So I'm able to wait on some things to sell. Like, I don't have to buy things that are going to sell now. So if you have limited space or limited money, you're just starting out, sell-through rate is one of the most important things to actually look at. Does that make sense? If it doesn't make sense to somebody, hit me up and we can talk through it. Now, the more items you have, the more you can really you don't want to overlook sell-through rate, but the more you can lower what sell-through rate you're looking for. But if you have enough money to buy 5 items, you're going to want to buy 5 items that are going to sell this month, which means you're going to need a really high sell-through rate. And it can be done. You can find 5 items that will sell in a month. That's cool, but it's got stains on it. So yeah, sell-through rate is important, especially for the newer people. So make sure that you guys check that out. So you just search your listings, say put in Polo, Ralph Lauren Polo, you're gonna see like 50,000 of them, because there's a lot of them. And then go down to sold, click on sold, and say you've got 50,000 and say you've got 10,000. So you're gonna have like 20% on the rate. And remember, that is quarterly, not monthly. So it's less than you would think. Does that make sense? It should. Look, there's little gators on there. But yes, that is your basic sell-through rate information. You can easily look it up. Just Google eBay sell-through rate or whatever, and it'll talk a little bit about it, give you some information. It gives you an in-depth calculation where you divide by 3 to give it like a monthly sell-through rate, because it's quarterly. But yeah, really look into that if you are a new seller. Alright, so I just saw this brand and I'd never heard of it, Rye by Hawker Rye. So I just want to give you an example. So I just type in Rye by Hawker Rye, and then so it pops up down here at the bottom, 84 results. And then you click on filter, go down to sold, 3 results. So look, you don't have to be good at math to worry about this. You know, if there are 84 listed and 3 have sold, that's not good, right? It's just obvious. That's what you're looking for. Now, if you'd seen 84 listed and 50 sold, you know that's getting pretty good. You know, if 84 were listed and 100 were sold, you'd know that's really good. Those over 100% sell-through rate you can knock those out of the park every time. So don't turn away from those unless you're not making any money on the item. Don't overpay for an item because it has 100% sell-through rate, right? Because if you're going to make $2 in a month because it's going to sell, that's still not worth it. So make sure that you have to put all these things together. Your brain just has to be going the whole time thinking, is this a good deal for what I'm going to sell it for and for how long it's going to take to sell? You have to put all those things together. Ooh, Mumford and Sons. All right, I just want to show you this. I think people are strange. Somebody framed this magazine of Seinfeld forever. All right, here's another example. Bauer Team, these pants that I just found. When you search Bauer Team 37.5, you get 5 results. And when you see the solds, you get 10. So this is an item that people are looking for. Mine are similar to these right here. And they took an offer less than 26. I'll get them for like $2, maybe $1.50. I mean, maybe less than that because they don't weigh a pound, so. But with my average of weight, they'll be like $1.50. I want to show you all these pants because I've never heard of this brand. APC, and it says Petite New Standard, size 34. I thought these were going to be not good, but I just picked them up. They are super soft, almost like a suede-ish fly button, but these are about an 80% sell-through rate, and they're selling for between like $50 and $100 and something depending on the style. So I'm going to grab these and figure out which ones they are later. There's one for $30. Definitely not the ones I have. I have to find these soft ones. So yeah, just be on the lookout. APC Petite New Standard. And those look to be pretty good. Alright, I want to give you guys another example of sell-through rate. So I just put in Silver Jeans Zach, that's the brand. Search are 643. Show sold 843. So these jeans are fantastic. They're not like huge sellers in terms of price on a lot of them, but the better quality ones, the better, you know. This one right here sold for $35. Boot cut Zach, boot cut, yep. Zach stretch. I always like to check if it's somebody says stretch and they do stretchy stretch. So mine doesn't say any silver glove or Western Glove Works though. Let's see. Oh yep, Western Glove Works right here. Alright, so we'll get this one in here.